Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about Season 3, Episode 4 of Peacock's House of Villains, titled I Hate All of These People, where we last left off after Jackie was banished from the game, supervillain and alleged refrigerator on stilts, low-budget Drake impersonator Johnny, and right-hand Paul nominated Kate, Plain Jane, and New York for elimination. Before I dive in, I put a link in the pinned comment to my playlist to catch up on my previous recaps. If you liked the video, consider liking, subscribing, and watching along on Peacock. But let's dive into it. We pick back up where we left off. Plain is pissed off that the women and the drag queen are nominated. New York, who's still in her Wednesday Addams look, says Paul used their right hand to stroke Johnny. Paul regrets letting Johnny make the decision because guys with muscles are not smart. Johnny gets caught in his tank top. Tom is pissed off, still annoyed that Johnny considered him for the hit list, and that now Johnny is acting like he did Tom a favor, not nominating him. Tom and Tyson agree that Johnny and Paul are unstable and hard to work with. Drita has come to a realization. The other side of the house is so organized, they had alliances behind her back, and she only knows the alliances exist because it's crumbling. Drita makes an attempt to rally the girls' side, but Christine doesn't know what's going on, and Kate doesn't like that Christine can't form a sentence. Elsewhere, Jane is stuck in her titty bib. Charitable Tom helps sort that out. Johnny feels that Kate fabricated the beef about JoJo Siwa. They make no progress. At dinner, Johnny tells the group Tom reminds him of Randall from Monsters Inc. Quite rude. This could be Tom's last straw. Blaine threateningly shakes her breast in confessional, saying she's coming for Paul and Johnny when she wins the redemption challenge. The next day, New York is on edge. Annoyed that Drita told New York she could come into her own room. Now it's on. New York accuses Drita of wanting her out of the house. Drita pops off, screaming through the walls. She's looking for the rat who said she said that. She's about to get fucking nasty. Out of here, you think she's a pussy ass motherfucker? You got the wrong motherfucker. Kate thinks Drita cursing is a sweet symphony. Later, when the house finds some peace, Johnny tells Ashley he wants Kate out because he doesn't even know who JJ Seawall is. Ashley thinks Johnny is hot, but his ego is not. They head to their challenge for what Paul says looks like a glory hole. In the redemption challenge, Know Thy Enemy, the non-hitless players will have their heads in boxes. The hitless players will reach into the boxes and feel their competitors' faces, trying to guess who's who, putting their corresponding puppets on top of their boxes. The nominated player who gets the most answers right will win redemption and be safe from elimination. So they get to touching. Jane can feel Tom's chin implants. New York thinks the players are too skinny and feel like feed the children, and Johnny's beard reminds New York of her lower region. Plain is second-guessing her answers, making the right answers wrong, and in the end, it comes down to a tie between Kate and New York. The player with the fastest time was Kate, so Kate will be safe from elimination. Johnny's alliance are annoyed that their target is safe, with Johnny calling her RBF Kate. Ashley tells them Plain is a bigger threat to win the game and is who they should target. New York doesn't want to beg to stay, saying the HBIC does not do so, but Plain campaigns, starting with the girls, telling them that this means more to Plain than it does to New York. Plain tells us she's doing this for her younger self and is going to fight in honor of that little kid. After this morning, Drita is down to vote New York out. Drita's strategy is to cook for everyone, so she barbecues and again accidentally comes at New York sideways, offering her food. New York says Drita's food is clogging everyone's arteries and she's not trying to eat it. Tom isn't sure if he wants to go with Johnny's plan to vote for Plain. He and Tyson are the swing votes that can go either way. Kate has decided she wants to throw a party, starting with making blanket penises on the beds. She's throwing a dick party, so throw a dick party she does. Christine is on a new mission to find out what's going on in the game. She's looking for the tea, but doesn't know where to even begin. Johnny tells Christine if it's a tie in the vote that he and Paul will break the tie. She says, that's not how it works actually. If it's a tie, it comes down to time and Kate wins. This girl really does not know what is going on. Later, the dick party, where Plain is dressed as a big fat ugly clown. Drita does not attend the dick party. Plain calls herself the penis party clown, giving a lip sync for her life with no music, stripping down into a double Z breastplate. Drita joins the party only to insult the party, calling Plain a titty creature from the ocean. At this point, Ashley might as well strip down too and ride Johnny like a sexy refrigerator. Ashley asks Johnny what the last book he read is. He says The Dictionary by Webster. Ashley and Johnny are about to get freaky. Johnny even oils himself up. Are you supposed to put lube all over? They head to the bathroom, which is right out of Ashley's playbook. The next day, everyone knows what has happened. No time for anxiety. They need to strategize. Plain says it's time to pop puss. Plain campaigns to Christine, who somehow does know that Plain is working with the Guys Alliance, and New York is not. Plain tells New York she wants to go on more shows after Drag Race. New York is supportive. Tom and Tyson are still the swing boats, telling each other their tea levels are rising over the situation. New York spots Plain talking to Kate and isn't happy. So New York, Kate, Plain, and Drita all start fighting with each other. Seems like they're play fighting. They're throwing out their one-liners, but this is why I watch this show. Elsewhere, Tom is snapping his fingers, not why I watch this show. In the bedroom, New York starts crying. She's upset that Kate said she hated her when they were fake fighting. She tells us this all reminds her of being picked on in the schoolyard, opening up to Kate and us about her childhood, which was sweet. Kate tells New York she wants her to stay and be her roommate. So players head to the banishment ceremony, with Plane looking resplendent in red, white, and blue, and New York dressed to scream at her parents at her super sweet 16. Joel apologizes to the gay community for the nominations this week, and New York encourages the community to cyberbully Johnny. New York says Johnny uses his gloves when he fists himself. They plead their cases. Plane says she's doing it for the little boy who was picked on, asking them not to take her dream away. New York gives Plane props for being smart, saying she's not smart and never knows what's going on. So players get to voting, and Joel reveals, by a vote of 5-1, with Drita being the only vote to banish New York, Plain Jane is banished from the game. Plane tells us she wishes the players get yeast infections in their vaginas and pee holes, and is sent back into the TV, calling the players geriatric fucks, except for Drita and New York, who she finds lovely. So we lose Plain Jane here, who was a perfect fit for this cast. Her personality is such a good fit, coming from Drag Race 16, the one season of Drag Race I recapped on my channel. If you want to check it out, it exists. She had a lot she wanted to do here. She wanted to be fun, put on a big performance, entertain us at home, which came in the form of larger-than-life looks in more ways than one, and some pretty good looks too, especially the spinal one. She does a great job here and on Drag Race of consistently humanizing herself and being vulnerable while also being explicitly raunchy. And she wanted to play the game, making deals from the beginning, getting involved in alliances. Ultimately, it was this alliance taking control and Kate winning safety that spelled her doom. I'm tired of these Drag Race queens getting targeted early on these freaking shows. She says she wants to go on more competitive shows, and next stop is obviously the Traitors. We'd love to see it, right? But that's all I have to say about this episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode and Jane's departure. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be back next week with another House of Villains recap. Until then, you know where to find me. Bye.